Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Look who's back in the building and the place to be. One, two, three,
Hey,
you and me.
hey.
All right. Everybody, everybody, welcome to episode 6 of the ExtiesPodcast. My name is Malik, and that is your wonderful, your favorite host.
It's your girl, Ow. It's Tay. Or DJ E Fries. Whichever. Ow.
Yes, yes. And we're back for episode 6. We want to again say thank y'all for your support. We see y'all subscribing. Definitely love that. And we're gonna post this as a video, YouTube. We're gonna do being more active on
Hey.
TikTok. We'll make sure y'all see our faces, get engaged more, tell us what you want us to talk about, what y'all love, what y'all dislike, and all that great
Yeah.
stuff. All that great stuff.
All of that.
Again, episode 6. Let's rock and roll. Let's tell you. So, first thing we want to talk to y'all about, um, Twitter. Yes, yeah, I remember episode when me and her deleted Twitter. Hers is still deleted. Mine's is brought back to life because of this podcast. And every day that I go on Twitter, remember that you should have kept it deleted. So, Elon Musk
It's
is doing
going
this thing.
down. It's going downhill real
It's going
bad.
real bad, roly poly style. So, Elon Musk now has this thing where it is a 600 tweet limit.
That you
Like
can view.
you can view, so 600 view tweet limit. Let's be specific because then you can tweet. Yeah, go ahead.
Because there's like, I'm not even on it, but I just been hearing the TikToks and stuff. And I'm like, literally, you just scrolling. Like, obviously, they can't tell if you read something. So it's just if you're scrolling past the tweet, that counts in your count, and that's it. Like, that's all you can view for the day.
I think it's funny. Me being not back into Twitter no more, I probably go on Twitter maybe 3 times a day, and I do like 5 minutes max each time. So I'm never gonna reach that limit. But to see the people, how many people are complaining or like dying, like, yo, I just reached my 600 limit. It's now reloading the screen. I'm like, that's insane because people
Oh
really be on
yeah.
Twitter
If
heavy.
I was still on Twitter, I definitely would have been hitting that limit like
But yeah,
all the
yeah,
time. That would have
Tay would have,
pissed me off.
Tay would have been calling
I
me like,
can't even imagine.
you gotta be effing kidding me right now. It's been 10 minutes. Like Tay be scrolling. That's what Taylor do.
But so they're going to another app. It's called Spill. Is that what it was? There
There's a
might
whole
be
thing
other
about
ones.
no, it's Spill. It's Spill is supposed to be like the main thing, and like I think it's like it was kind of Clubhouse was in the beginning, where like if you get in, you gotta like send a code, and like you
Right.
can join or whatever, and everybody's trying to get a code and yada yada. And I remember black people, since we, black people run Twitter, they're like, oh my gosh, Spill is black owned. Until there's a video of the owner, basically not to paraphrase anything because I don't know. Again, I don't care, but basically saying how they're trying to put it out there that it's gonna be mainly for black people, but that's just really to like get other people over it because they know once the black people go, oh my gosh, everybody will follow. Let's make it think it's really about them, but of course it's not. But anyway, so that was a thing on Twitter. But nah, 600 tweets a view a day, man. For the average Twitter person, that's their main social media. That sucks.
He just ruined that app. But I did see one person on TikTok was saying that they go on their browser instead of using the app. So maybe that's a
That's
way
interesting.
you can get
Somebody they're
around
gonna
it.
find loopholes. They're gonna find loopholes because again, Twitter is really where the comedians shine. So they need that app.
Yeah, and because like I guess they're trying to make people pay for it because it was a free, and it's just like why would we want to pay for something that we've had for free for so long and it was perfectly freaking fine, and now you want to come in here and change everything, and that's why I had to get off because I was just like I don't like this, I don't want to do this.
Right.
It was
Like
the
you
for
think
you
the
page for me.
For You page was definitely like I didn't even give it like one. You gave everything like 3 chances. For You page took all three and then some. I was like, nah, this page is the worst thing ever. And then now
Like
to
I was still on there for a little bit, but it was just like I was just getting too much shit that I just like that was just making me irked and pissed. Like I was just like, I don't want to see this. Like why am I? This is not the stuff that I follow. So like, why the fuck am I
not at
seeing it?
all. Don't follow
So it's
yo
just like,
bad bad. And it's not. I think the thing that makes it worse, it'd be different if it was like you go on TikTok, you have an algorithm. I think TikTok kind of has the same thing, like the following and then For You. But TikTok is just positive. To me, it's positive, funny or dancing videos or jokes. Twitter is literally negative, like the definition of negative. Somebody's dying. it's a shooting, it's a cop this, it's something like actually negative, and it's like,
They're
damn,
just
like,
dumbasses in their opinions. Like I
yeah,
follow people I follow because I feel like their stuff that they're tweeting isn't going to be fucking stupid. Like I don't need to follow everyone on fucking Twitter because everyone else is stupid. Like there's a lot of stupid ass people. I don't need to see their opinions. Like and now I'm seeing them lumped in with like valid opinions, and I'm just like, this is
yeah,
very
yeah.
annoying.
Don't ever think you're on Twitter and about to sound real smart, because them people that think they're, I'm not even gonna say no, everybody's smart in their own way, but the people that act really stupid on Twitter is gonna find a way to make, come at you. And I've seen it plenty of times. It still happens to this day. But yeah, I don't know. For the people that care, if y'all didn't know, now y'all know. Again, I'll never touch that limit because I really hate that app. I thought I'd be using it to get information, but
I'm really wondering how Spill is gonna go. I've seen on TikTok like people sharing like, "Oh, follow me on Spill."
yeah, no, it's a
Um,
thing. People
and
people
wait,
that
no,
actually like
Instagram. Well, Meta or Facebook and them are coming out with
Instagram,
a Twitter.
Instagram
It's
is.
the same
I seen
company,
a post.
but
That is true. That is true.
uh,
I seen it
they're
the other
coming out
day.
with their own Twitter. So I'm wondering how that's going to be. But also, like the audience that you have on Instagram is not the audience that you have on Twitter. So it's like I like the people on Instagram. I don't know if I want to, see their tweets or whatever they're going to
I
be called.
definitely have two different followings from Twitter and Instagram. That is so true. So true. So true.
Like
And just based off some of y'all stories, I don't know if I want to see y'all tweeting nonstop. That is very
not
true.
even stories. It's
So
just like I don't know. That's just
no, me
it's
stories.
different.
No, these stories be trolling. No, I know a couple people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Okay, yeah, that should be interesting. Let me not say anything.
Yeah.
Keep that to myself.
I'm good
Yeah.
off of
So
that.
we'll see how that works out. Right. See how that goes. I wish I had more to say, but guys, I really don't be on Twitter. And she been deleted Twitter, and I'm gonna probably delete Twitter soon because my life was fine without it. I was doing okay, So yeah.
It's really
Um,
like TikTok is really that girl. Like she's really the queen now.
I'm saying
like
that so hilarious.
like I don't know what other app do you really spend that much time on? Like, because I really wish I didn't spend so much freaking time on TikTok. Honestly, like I get on there and I'm like, all right, if you like at a point, I'm just like, get off, get off, get off, and I'm just still sitting there scrolling. So it's pretty addictive, but
I
I
mean,
don't know if
that
it's
was
better
how
than
Twitter was for
all
you
the other
too, though,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, but I could pull myself off of Twitter. Like if I'm like, all right, I don't want to be on here anymore. Like I can easily like just put it down. But
I think
TikTok.
TikTok's different. TikTok is catering to what you want to see, so there's no point for you to kind of get off of
And
it.
I feel like it's like I feel like even if I don't like what I'm watching right now, I'm just like the next one. It's going
The
to be
next
something.
video,
It's going to
yeah.
be something interesting. It's going to be funny.
I
It's
don't
going to
even.
be like
That's where,
thought provoking or
that's where
something.
you messed up. I don't even think like that. I'm like, I'm getting off. The next video is gonna be
Uh,
twice as horrible. I'm getting off. And it's never actually horrible, actually, but I'm gonna get off because I found myself like on there for an hour at one time, and I was so disappointed in myself. I was like, yeah, I might have to delete this app.
it's just like when you look up hours later, you're just like, what the hell did I just do? All fucking
It was light outside. I looked up. It was dark. I said, "What the hell just happened?" You were looking at videos.
like what the
You didn't even know what you
hell?
just watched. You didn't even know what you just watched on TikTok.
Literally,
Somebody asked you.
literally.
Somebody asked you. What? I said, my dad the other day was on TikTok, hand and phone, asleep. I said, "Look at this nonsense. He just fell
Like
asleep, but you don't even
you're
know what he's doing."
literally in a void. Like you are in a void of just like endless entertainment. It's honestly kind of sick. I don't know. We need help.
Bro, Taylor judges me. Taylor judges me all the time. When I say I walk out my door and even walk in like 95-degree weather, like, bro, I need to put my phone on and just go somewhere. Like I can't. Like, cause I would sit here and just be like looking senses. Like I gotta go walk. I gotta like stop and put my phone down and throw it across the bread, lose it for 5-10 minutes, and yeah. But social media is definitely sick. I really do mess with Instagram. To be honest, when Taylor just talking about how they're them and Meta whatever going to come out with like a basically like a Twitter, they're going to ruin the app, and I'm going to not be on Instagram as well.
I
I feel
think
like
it's going
that's
to
going
be
to
a
be.
separate thing.
Oh,
I
is it?
think
Oh,
so.
okay.
I think so.
If it's separate, then okay, great. Please don't combine those because that's gonna. I don't even know how that interface would even look to even combine those and have that.
No way. I'm thinking because they the little bubble things in the messages.
Yep.
So I'm like, that was probably their little beta, and I'm already thinking of stuff that
You
I
know what's funny though?
seen. Wait, I'm just thinking of stuff that I seen. And I'm just like, yeah, no, don't need to see their tweets.
What's funny about that? I don't know if you peep. Facebook did the same thing with the little status bubbles. If you go to your,
Uh-huh.
you seen it?
I haven't. I don't know. I don't think so.
So if you ever go like when you go on Facebook, go into messages and look, and they have like the little statuses as a bubble, and I'm like, don't y'all do? This is what y'all do. Y'all are
I
Twitter.
know
Like y'all
y'all
not
do
Snapchat.
statuses. That's
Why
also
would
what I was
y'all?
thinking. But I guess it's also the character limit with Twitter. It makes it be like a more short form thing because on Facebook, people write like paragraphs. Because I was
I
wondering,
feel
I
that.
was like, yeah, I was like, why don't
Yeah,
we
Facebook
just?
Twitter is really
Because
the same app,
Facebook,
yo. You
it's.
hear me?
I feel like the limit definitely makes a big difference. Because and like yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love those Facebook posts, and they'd be like, it'll be like a long sad story, and at the end it's like repost if you love Jesus. I'm like, yo, did y'all really just copy and paste like this 602 page book report? Like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, but yeah,
It'd
you're
be a
right. I
lot.
guess that
Yeah.
I used to read that shit like, oh my god, that's so repost if what? Pissed, pissed, because it'd be like a loved one. I'm like, somebody hack your account. And did you dumbass really just copy and paste this? But anyway, we're off that topic. Twitter sucks, and we're waiting for what are you waiting for? The Instagram. I don't know what it's gonna be called. They had the name for it
Um,
too. I was like, that was
they do
interesting.
have a name for it. Like they have
They
stuff
did.
talking
I
about
seen the
it.
picture. The shade room posted it. I was about to send it to you, but I'm like, Taylor's gonna be like, "What is this nonsense?" So I didn't even send it to you. But on to the next topic. So, recently in Paris, I don't know if you guys been paying attention to the news, or Twitter shade room, these places we be talking about it. But Paris is rioting. There's one thing Paris is going to do is riot about something that they don't like. But recently, cops killed a 17-year-old during a traffic stop, and all hell broke loose in Paris. I think it was a post that said like over 800 protesters got arrested
Damn.
because the video that I seen that we put in the group chat, they were shooting fireworks in the cop cars, burning cop cars, exploding them. You know how we did our little riots in Philly, going in the stores. Oh no, they in there squad deep, pulling out TVs together, like
Mm-hmm.
they taking everything out the store. Y'all come back to no job. Everything is out. Cops, we blowing up. Like when I tell you cars is on fire, they're exploding. Like they're into that fire. Like they're
They
defacing
be on it.
everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't even know how y'all arrested 800 protesters because they don't even look like they're gonna let you arrest them. Like the way they was moving, for real. But I was just like, I love when Taylor used to be on Twitter and she would see the riots and she'd be like, this is what that riot looks like. This is what this looks like, and people be call it like in the comments or whatever, or like replying to the tweet like, damn, Paris really goes ham for what they believe in. I'm like, there's a difference, Shaw. They do not use brute force to react to protesters. It's a major key in this. I think America would do something like that, try to do something like that, but people die, rubber bullets, can mace, you choked out,
No,
whatever the
yeah,
case may
and
be.
it's not even just their like. Yeah, first the fact that in America you'll die. Like our police will kill us if we do protests like that. Like they bring out the military and they're like, we don't care about you.
For a
Like
reason. Like,
they will kill us. So that's why we can't
let it
protest as like
time
them.
out.
But what?
Now I was gonna say, like, real quick. I remember I was in Philly working for Penn, in the Penn doctor's office, and I remember leaving, going from work, and they had a little news alert to the phone, like people are gonna start protesting on whatever street. I seen about 5 military tanks already parked up, waiting for the 100 to 50 to 100 people that's gonna protest with nothing, just
Yeah.
walk signs. Military
Hmm.
tanks waiting, cutting off roads. Traffic got to stop. Nope, we blocking all this off. They wanted to send us home because they got scared because of the police. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is ridiculous. Imagine they trying
Yeah.
to send you from work early because of that. But God,
And then think about that compared to the fucking what is it, the January 6th, right? Like, and whatever they were calling that shit that they were doing to get Trump back in office or whatever. And they
you know
barely
what they
did
was doing.
they I think the crowd killed a cop or like injured a cop at least during that stuff, but the cops
I
wasn't
wouldn't be surprised.
coming in to with the military to get rid of them because they only care when the left wing does that type of stuff. When it's about shit that actually matters, that could actually make stuff change, is when they when they want to bring out the military and stuff. But also with Paris, with France, like they protest for like anything and everything, is which I also love. Is the fact that they protest, like they'll protest because they were protesting because they were trying to lower
I seen
uh
that. I was reading that.
their, what is it, like when you retirement age. So
Yeah,
because they were trying to lower it, like I know they were trying to bring it up, like make it so you had to be older, and people were like, no, we're not having that, like, and they were protesting and tearing up the whole city for like, we should be we should have
minimum.
protests for all those type of things. But then also, like, I'm actually really proud of like the stuff that I've been seeing this summer, because I've literally just like the whole year I just been like, there needs to just be a whole summer of just like protests, like the shit that's been going on. Like we should not be doing anything but literally just protesting our government right now, because the shit that
There
they've
has
been
been a lot
doing,
of protest.
and there has been a
There's been a
lot of
lot of
protests
protests. There's been
everywhere.
a lot of protests. I've seen that. I've
So
seen that.
I'm
I've
actually
seen that.
really happy to see that.
I've seen that. I've seen that. I have seen that. That's interesting. I definitely seen that recently. Um, yeah, no. But shout out to Paris. I think when it comes to anything that is worth fighting for, they fight for it, and they're gonna let you
Yeah.
know that this is wrong. And I think America has just been brainwashed to believe whatever the government says and put out there is what reality is and what you should, that's that.
We just
You
buy
fighting against
anything, everything.
anything, literally, and it's definitely sad.
And because we also have like our country is built on like individualism and like only thinking about yourself. We don't have a community. Like that's why we can't get like healthcare for everyone. That's why we can't like spend more money or just trying to make people not help be homeless, or like the hungry. Like we don't spend money on those things because we don't think about it as like a community issue. We think about it like as in, this is an individual issue, and like, you just didn't try hard enough, or you're just not making enough money, or and stuff like that. And we don't think about us as a community. We just are, as long as me and my
No,
family good,
and I
I'm
think we
good.
touched on the other podcast. I think if it was one thing about us, we're going to try to speak on serious topics and try to educate our listeners as much as we can, or not even educate, but just you know, tell you the real that's going on, and when you leave here, try to take something from it. Yeah, there definitely is an individualism thing that goes on in America, and I just really think watching those riots in Paris, like I feel like America just, I don't know. I just feel like they don't believe anything is possible, and I think it's crazy to think that like going back to healthcare or free college or anything like that, and every other country has it but us, even like the third world countries and things like that, have these things. They don't think that is possible. But then you see, and I think I don't know if we talked about it on the other podcasts, but the government made a mistake and sent $1 billion to I think it was Ukraine by accident. Like just little things like that. Like guys, where you think they pulling that money from? What do you think they could have done with that money? They accidentally sent that to Ukraine, but 1.7 billion. What do y'all think we could have done with that money? So
And that's
yeah,
why, like, that's why our generation is so angry. Like we know that there's better ways to do this, and we can see it. Like we know about other countries, and we know that this isn't the way that it has to be. And I feel like a lot of older generations, they didn't have access to all this information that we have. So for them, like, this, they were able to just buy everything that the government says and just take it as it is. Like they, like a lot of older people hear socialism and they're like, oh my god, like this is just like an evil, like you can't believe this. And like they have no clue. Like most of our black activists that have fought for our freedom to like live the way we live today were socialists. Like they believed in these ideas, and this is how we got to where we are. We need to keep going. But they're just like, I feel like there's so many people who just stuck into like an old mindset that is just like, this is how we,
this is
like, whatever it is just how it is. So
I think so. I'm not trying to be too hopeful with this next election, but talking to some of my older folk, I think with how I mean, Trump was pretty blatant with the things that he had, but nothing was really political with him, really, to be honest. So
mhm.
it didn't really touch on how DeSantis is blatantly trying to take like
Like the right wing is scary. Like they are very scary, and I hate how they try to like make it seem like, oh, as if the extreme left and the extreme right are some type of like the same or equal. Like, we have nothing in common. All we want rights for people. Like, they are literally doing the exact opposite. So it's we are living in a scary time, and it's just like we can't win. We can't beat them with being moderates. We can't beat them with trying to just take some of their ideas and some of our ideas and trying to make it work. Like, it can't work that way. We need people who actually give a shit about people, like, in general, like, because our government doesn't.
So this is my thing, right? So like I just said, I'm talking to some of my older folk, and the way DeSantis is going about running his, um,
Campaign.
yeah, no, because I'm reading what I'm about to say, and I'm just like, yeah. So they're seeing this because, like I told you the other day, how he wants to eliminate the departments of education, commerce, energy, and the IRS. Those are like blatant things that we live with our whole lives. He's trying to take them away, and the significance that that would have. They're seeing this as the people that are in their 40s to like 60s, and like, wait, he can't do that. The IRS, Department
Hmm.
of Education. Hold on, wait, we can't vote for him. So I feel like this election, the thing that sucks, like I don't think he's gonna win it all unless I just don't think he's gonna win it all. The things that he's saying on TV that they're recording and they're
And
showing,
just look at his own state right now. Like, his
yeah, look
own
up,
state
yeah,
is
Florida,
just like he's ruined his own state. I seen a clip about the news, and they were just like, oh, Florida, people in Florida have just woken up to a whole batch of like new laws, and it's just like a whole list of just like anti-gay,
yeah, he's
anti-women, and it's just like, what is going on? How is this even allowed? Like, it's just, and the fact that they have like the people in power, like, it's not just one person. It's the people who are also running the state. Like, it's the Congress in the state that are also agreeing with this stuff. So this is what I mean when I'm talking about, like, we sit here and try to act like these politicians are these respectable people, and they're not. Like, they are not. They are all like, they all have their own agenda and stuff that they're making money off of. It's not about like about people. It's not about caring about anything but themselves. So that's just,
right.
we don't need to respect them. We don't need to
Right.
put them on some like pedestal as if they're good people. They're not.
And then, like I said, with these things, and he and the thing is, he's standing on what he's saying, and he wants what he wants, and that's how he feels. But I think to his downfall is going to be obviously the younger generation. I don't think the younger generation is going to vote for him regardless. But the older generation, I'm happy that he's saying these things. I really feel like he's not going to get their vote. But only downside to that is he's just pushing people back into Biden's arms. So
I just hope
it's
Biden isn't. I just hope Biden isn't our choice. Like,
that's the thing that I think me and Taylor been saying this for the last 3 episodes. Please do your research on the people that are running in the Democratic Party. For real, for real, for real, for real.
and it's
Who,
crazy because actually, right now, if you look at like what's going on with the elections and how like Biden's not trying to debate, Trump and Biden are basically doing the exact same thing on their sides. Like, they're trying to rearrange the primaries, so like the states that they want, that they think that they'll win, they're trying to make those first, and they're also not trying to debate anybody. Both of them, because like, our people in power are fucking selfish and just power hungry. These people don't care about you and what you want, and like, even though majority of the country or our party does not want Biden to be the front runner. They want someone else to be running. They want to see other options. They're not giving it to you because they don't give a shit about your opinion and what you want, because you don't matter.
exactly.
It's only about them and their pockets
So,
and who they could be making more money for.
what's our favorite? Marion Williamson.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
look into that research.
also, we didn't talk about how Cornel West was running, but now he's running for the Green Party instead of the People's Party that he was doing. I
Okay.
mean, not well. He
Okay.
didn't get the nomination. He's trying to run for the nomination. But still, I'm going Marianne. I
Yeah.
hope she gets the
Yeah, super
nomination.
favorite. Look into her. Do your research. Please go out and vote because it is coming up. And this is the time where y'all need to be paying attention to what's going on because this is getting critical. Because if y'all not paying attention now, say we
Like,
ain't tell y'all.
we are fighting fascists. Like, we are going
Yeah,
against legit
so
fascists, and I just it's scary because they can just scare us into voting for whoever, and that's what they're going to do with Biden, and that's what's going to happen is they're just going to be like, even though
Yeah,
he's literally can't even do a debate, he probably won't even be able to do a debate with Trump, honestly, but
yeah.
they'll just be
Maybe
like,
don't worry about it, yo. He's good.
yeah, like it's nothing, like you can't let them win, so scary. This is what they do every
We are.
time, and then the right wing just gets worse and worse. Like first it was Bush, then it was Trump, and now it's DeSantis. And the thing with
I can't wait to get
the
elected.
whole time while Trump was there, people, on the left, the far left, or whatever you want to call it, we were saying like this is bad, but it could get worse. Like we could get someone who's actually smart, who actually know what the fuck they're talking about, and who knows how to do the policy stuff, and actually have really scary ideology. And this is who it is. Like Ron DeSantis is who it is, and I will say it every time. I'm scared because it could get real bad.
I honestly don't think he's gonna win. I just think I don't like the simple fact that Joe Biden's there, and that's another thing that's scary as well. Though people might not do their research to see that they don't know who DeSantis is, don't want to do no research or look him up, and just know that they didn't like Joe Biden in office and go
And
vote for
just they
DeSantis.
could really
Just
just
to be
see
honest.
that he's just like he's a white man. He's a white man. Oh, that's who I'm going to vote for because Joe Biden looks like he's not like there
He
really.
didn't do anything for us.
And
Right? He
people
didn't do
don't
anything for us.
know. People just like don't pay attention at all.
Don't no research. Nobody paying
At
attention to what's going
all.
on in Florida.
They'll just be like,
What
"Oh,
is
this
really
is a
going
white
on?
man. He's in politics. We're supposed to respect him. So let me
Not
just
even
vote for
that.
that person."
They probably don't even know who Ron is. Some people really don't even know who Ron DeSantis is. That's how they voted
Mm-mm.
for Trump. They was like, Hillary Clinton, we don't want her in office. Let's go vote for that guy. Be the same thing for Joe Biden. I don't know who Ron DeSantis is. A white man that's firm on his beliefs, stand strong like Trump did. But I don't know. He's a real politician. Has been doing this for a minute. You know, go vote for him. So I really hope y'all do your research. Speaking of Mr. Joe Biden himself, we didn't really want to talk about this seriously, but I think I was really annoyed. I was on Twitter. I was on Twitter, guys, and seeing that they took. I know everybody, all the students here have been paying attention. Could be waiting for years and years and years for your student loan to go away, and for some odd reason, they took it to the Supreme Court, guys. And the Supreme Court, I talked to Taylor about this the other day. Taylor's like, I already knew all this stuff. They shut it down. They shut it down, but if you really think about it, we all knew he could never take that to the Supreme Court and they were going to pass that. He knew what he was doing. So I was like, let me go do more digging into this. I never knew this. But Joe Biden is technically kind of the reason why student. So what's the exact terminology, Taylor, that it exists? Like, it
Student
was a
loan debt. He signed it into law that you can't default on it, or you can't like go bankrupt on your, like you can't, like it's going to be your debt forever.
basically, and they're saying basically what he's doing right now is what he's been doing for years since he's been in office running. He's I don't know how the hell they're doing it, but they're making money basically off of this. Like they continue to make money, and that's so
The
obviously.
whole, like I wish, okay, there's, if anyone wants to look into like politics and money and all that stuff works, there's like a YouTube called Second Thought, and he breaks down like all of these concepts so well. But basic, like what happens is just like banks, rich people, like I'm talking about billionaires that like, the that own oil companies and stuff like that, they make little companies like the NRA, or like
I heard
America's
you just said
Progress or something. Like they,
these really big companies. Nah, I said it's crazy. Like that's how rich they are. She said little companies like the NRA. Meanwhile, the NRA
well,
is
not little companies, but that's what I mean.
that's how much money they have. I'm saying to them it's probably little.
They make not they're not even like companies, they're like organizations, and then they make all these organizations to basically become like, they they take donations from the people that are giving them money, and then they also like people who are regular people who believe in their ideas, like their Christian ideas or some stuff like that, and then they just funnel it all to our government by like lobbyists, and they'll those companies will like lobby our government and like tell and give them money and say, so you can support this, so you can support that. So like with the banks and like with the debt companies or the banks that were giving loans and stuff, they go to Joe Biden and say, hey, like we don't want people to be able to default. Like we are giving these loans and we don't want them to get rid of it. So then they just go and write it into law and then they get money off of it. And then for their next campaign, they get more money. And so then when these ideas are like, oh, we need to regulate the banks, it's not happening because they're also getting money from those banks. So it's yeah. So Joe Biden was the reason why that why we can't get rid of the debt and why it's like the only debt that you have to keep forever. But then, so the whole thing with what he did with um the law. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. You're good. You go ahead. Go ahead. You cooking right now. You cooking. Go ahead.
I was just saying that how he tried to get student debt relief this time was he was trying to tack it on to something that had to do with like COVID relief. And that was just like the president has the ability to just get rid of the debt because we like the government holds the
Exactly.
debt or like they hold
Exactly.
a
Yep.
majority of the debt, so
Right.
they can just cancel it. But that's why it's like also does he actually did he actually want to do it? It's just like, or was this just for show to act like?
No,
And because the only
it's for
reason, and
sure.
also
For
the
sure.
only reason that this is even a conversation is because of Bernie Sanders, because he was like, you need to have this as part of your campaign, and like this is what I need you to do for me to drop out and support you.
He definitely said that. He definitely said that. I
Yeah.
remember him saying that too. I was like, talk to him, Sanders. Yeah, but Biden just doing this so we can see that. Oh, he's trying to do something for us. Oh, it failed. The Supreme Court
If he
denied it.
really
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to do something, he could cancel it, and I would hope that he does, because so at least show the people that he cares about something.
He's not going to. Like you said, if that's what all you just said is true, which obviously it is true because money runs this country, it will never. That will never happen. Will never happen. That was the one thing he said he's going to do. And remember when he got like, that's one thing I'm going to
Yeah.
take down. My man, time is up in a couple months. My brother, it is still here. We are not stupid. So yeah, no, Joe. Um, yeah. So wanted to touch on that. Please do your research. I did that research the other day, and I called. I'm calling Taylor to think she don't know. She was like, "I've been knew that. You know that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, I ain't going looking about Joe Biden. None of, about to have me curse on this podcast. I don't care about his life, so I wasn't gonna dig into it. But I damn sure did some digging, watched some videos,
I
and
mean,
oof, y'all need to go. Y'all need to go look
he
at.
he ran for president multiple times, so like I'm going to look up his record because I'm a person that actually
Yeah,
cares and does the research, but always get told to just shut the fuck up because nothing's ever going to happen. Just live and just let this country be horrible and deal with it. Be happy.
I'm not
Freedom.
voting for Joe. Never vote for Joe. Voting for the other guy. No, seriously. This did. Yeah, I'm surprised. Uh, anyway, y'all need to go look up. Okay, guys. Number one on the do not vote list is DeSantis. Number two is Joe Biden. Y'all need to go look at what he did during his time. No, because you know the evil stuff he's done since he's been working in politics that people really don't know about. Y'all need to go look into him. The three strikes and all that stuff. Y'all need to go look into how he feels about criminals and all that good stuff. That man is. There was an interview. He was like, they said something about politics being corrupt. And Joe Smiles like, you know I'm not corrupt. Haha. I'm just kidding, guys. Like, no, we know you are. No, y'all all
They
are.
all are. They all
You
are.
all are. You think you're slick. Like, now that you're old, you think you're this cute old guy. Like, we know who you are. Like, y'all are evil. Y'all are the same people, to be honest. That's why if anytime you see somebody different, like Bernie or Marion Williamson or any other progressive people, they don't even want to run in the Democratic Party. They just know that's the only chance they'll get to get any type of
Literally.
votes is to run
Literally.
Democrats, Republicans are the same people. I learned that from this young lady. Did a little research myself, but they're the same people that want the same things. They don't really care. They're all friends.
And
Like,
it's
come on,
not, and like people, there's a segment of people that get upset about that, and I'm not talking about like obviously the Democrats aren't like trying to take the rights from gay people and all of that, but it is also like when it comes to the money, when it comes to who they're getting their money from and how they're never going like the the real thing is the rich versus the poor, and they are never going to help working poor. Like they don't care. They only care about the top percent. The rest of us don't matter, and that should be a problem to you.
And right, and then on top of that, we're gonna stop on this topic because again we can do this every day, all day. We can turn it into a political podcast, but we're not. No, just think about it. I think I'm sick of this. Y'all want to look at these donors and how much they're giving these politicians when they're running for these campaigns. These are the people that's really running the politicians at the end of the day. The policies they say they have, they really don't have. Because if you look into the history of the last couple of presidents and what they've done for the country, again to progress the country in upward lifting, whatever you want to call it, they no one's really done anything to change anything. So again, we say what the main things that we want and nothing's been taken care of. The free education, free healthcare, education, climate change, those are three things we talk about. Oh,
And we've been
sorry.
talking
And
about those for like the last 20 years.
I
We've been
know,
talking about
and
those
no,
same
that's what I'm
things for the
saying.
last
I
20
know,
years.
I know. And on top of that, minimum wage being raised to match how much it costs to live in any of these states,
Right.
right? Minimum wage in general. But Taylor said 20 years. It could be past 20 years. And nothing's ever changed. Nothing's ever changed. All we do is fund other countries, try to help them out, go into more debt, and create more poverty in the country. So, that's that is what that is. You have anything else to say on this topic? I'm over this country again.
Yeah, I'm over
But
it
don't take
every
us
day.
don't take us off the podcast every day, right? She
I am.
she really
I want
hates
to
this
get.
stuff, y'all. She really hates this stuff. Really hates this stuff.
It's
I
real
feel bad every
bad.
time I bring it. Right, every time I bring up a topic of politics, I know she'd be like, ugh. But I know she's gonna go in, and she's like, but you know,
I
clearly we
gotta
don't
go
like anything, y'all.
in
Because
and then let it go. Gotta go in on
right,
it and then let it go because that shit will just
guys,
sit on you
clearly we
real
don't.
bad.
Me- Y'all probably wonder what we be talking about on the phone, and it's not this, but it's so funny because like we really don't care about anything. It seems like remember when we do the celebrity segments? We're like, yo, we really don't care about what's going on. We don't be on Twitter. We hate politics. Like, we're like, are y'all okay? I'm like, yeah, we're fine. It's just that
No.
the world, the country
I
sucks.
actually I like politics and I like learning about what's going on
Correct.
and stuff.
Learn
It's
about
just like
right,
it's
right.
so horrible. Why is it so all of it
It
so
is horrible.
bad and it's so hopeless? Like I was there was a time where all I did was just watch the news, not the news, but like, independent media and just like indulging in everything and all of it and I was just so hopeful for the future.
Hey,
Had so much
hey,
hope for the future and then it's all gone now.
when I tell y'all, Taylor would watch that joint from when she came home from work until she went to bed. Was her independent news media since I've met her. Since I've met her, like that's all she watched. I can say, pardon me, I ain't said that's all she cared about. But when she made that statement just now, she really means that. Like that was like a 24/7 kind of thing. Like, and I couldn't believe it. I was always confused. Like, why does she? Not why does she care so much, but like, why is it so interesting to her? But like, when you sit there and really dive into it on your own time, guys, on what's going on in the world and who's running it and why they're doing the things that they're doing or why they're not trying to progress. Us as a country, it's very interesting. But no, Taylor lived and breathed politics at a point in time, like really bad. Just hear her stop, I know I was like, oh yeah, we're going down as a country because she really like stopped.
I
She
had
dives
to.
into secular talk a little bit, right? Kyle,
Yeah.
a little bit secular
I
talk from
have to
time to
still
time.
stay
That's how she's gonna be
informed.
able. Right. She's
Yeah.
like, I can't just go away. But guys, it used to be like Taylor was like eating dinner. We listening to politics at the dinner table, y'all. Like stuff was it was you're gonna be informed in this house. But nah, that's funny. Anyway, what was I about to say? What we look like 40 minutes. So, um,
Are we getting
did just want to say
spicy?
not getting spicy. I did want to before we do anything, mental health check in. Taylor, how you been feeling? You good? Gravy.
Mental health check-in.
Mental
You
health
know,
check in.
I'm like, you know how it is.
We're living,
I'm here,
trying our best,
trying
trying
to
our best,
survive in
right?
capitalism.
Trying to survive it. No, for real. As yeah, got to do that from time to time. But are we getting spicy? Oh, we didn't get to talk about it last episode. We've been kind of me and Taylor been living our best lives recently. Taylor went to the BET Awards, y'all.
Oh yeah,
Had the
and
time of
I
her
did.
life.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Busta Rhymes to
It was
Lotto to
lit. I'm happy
Patti
that
LaBelle.
yeah, I'm happy that I went to see this show because it was just performance packed. Like I haven't watched in a while, so I don't know if every show is like this performance, performance,
Nah, it
performance.
was a
But it was
50 year
lit.
anniversary.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
what
a
I
50 year
thought.
anniversary.
Yeah,
Your
that's
50
what I
anniversary.
thought.
Yeah, that's why you seen
That was
all of
lit.
the show praising Busta Rhymes as he were to all everybody else performing. And I think now I don't think nobody's really paying attention. Hip hop has always been a dominant, in the world pop culture. But since women are becoming so big in it, men
A.
right, men been where they're at, at a
Mhm.
plateau. Nothing's really taken up or went down. Women are like, boom, and it's making hip hop exciting again. So all the performances that you've seen from Lotto to Lola Brooke to Ice Spice to Scar, you're like, dang, it look like it's a woman hip hop women's awards, but like, yeah,
Cause
because it's
it is. That's what
right,
we
it is. And like,
do.
it's nice to see hip hop kind of being, I wouldn't say positive because women, some of these female rappers be talking crazy too, just like men. But
Mhm.
I'm just happy to right. They be popping this shit now. I'm just happy to see it back in that light. Um, and obviously you coming home and saying how great it was, and seeing Busta Rhymes getting appreciated for what he is, and him even appreciating the women rap that's going on right
Bro,
now.
that's what
It's amazing.
I
So shout
wanted
out to
to
him.
just shout out to fucking Busta Rhymes for like first of all, definitely so deserved because so talented and just like a master with words. So well deserved. But then also him bringing out Scarlet and bringing out Coil Ray. I'm just like, come on, like
All
be
the way
in touch
performed
with the
too.
girls. Like I know that's right.
Right,
Like and he was
right.
just talking about he had like a long speech, but he was talking about his kids, and I was just like, I love this. I was like, it was crazy to be in the room because, like, all right, so we did go to the NAACP awards, and that was crazy to be like in a room with like literal, like, freaking, like, Viola Davis, like, freaking, Gabrielle Union, like big ass, like black Hollywood. But then it was just like crazy to be here and then be and seeing like fucking like Ti and like these are like rappers that I grew up listening to. So I was just like, what? Like, what
Yeah,
is going on?
Taylor's living her best life out of LA. Shout out to her and her brother
Yes, yeah.
Cam.
Shout out to
Cam definitely
Cam.
doing.
Yes, because he works at BET, so he be having the hookup for real, for real.
It.
And even
Bring his
like
big six everywhere.
just to talk a little bit about that, just to be with him and to be able to be like, oh, we're coming through a crowd of people, and he can just go and then see the person at the gate, and they're just like, oh, hey, camp, like, and just it's just like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to like move in these areas and just be able to like go straight to the front
Me and
with the
Taylor,
important people.
right? Me and Taylor, haha, and Kiki about our siblings and where they're at in life and how we kind of can like be a fly on the wall and like go to certain places and
Yeah,
do certain things because they are where they are. Shout out to our
yeah,
siblings. Um,
yes. Cause his
shout out
sister
to them.
got me at the Flo Milli concert. They were out here in LA, went backstage and showed with them. Like
Right, and even
Flo's lit.
me
She
and Taylor
remembers
got
me from the last couple.
me,
Cause me and him went to a couple of our concerts with like backstage too. So like she remembers me. Like
yeah,
it's fucking lit.
me and Taylor got day passes to Made in America. We was
Yeah,
there seeing
free.
people. We free drinks. It was great. I was like, oh my god, like this would have like
Yeah,
again. Shout out to our siblings. Shout out to Busta again. I was telling Taylor the other day when she came home from the concert that my boy Chin. I know you listen to podcasts. That was my only person in my life that told me Busta Rhymes is their favorite rapper, and I had to pause. And I'm like, you know what, bro? Kudos to you because that is the
makes
living life.
sense.
Nobody
It
talks about Busta Rhymes.
definitely
Makes sense. Busta Rhymes is a lyrical, animated genius. Like he's both worlds combined because nobody can
like
say that Busta
literally.
Rhymes
I
is
feel like I'm like he's like Nicki reminds me a lot of Busta. Like they, I feel like they are very similar, and I love that. I just
I think we
he's so
said
good.
amazing how Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes like really carried hip hop like for
Yes,
especially when it comes to
R&B
creativity.
and hip hop. I mean R&B too, because think about him
Arm
and
Missy
Aaliyah,
Missy
Missy and Aaliyah,
Missy and
and
Missy's just well,
like
we gonna give her flowers not now but
she
soon because
already had like
she had
the
been
same
inducted. I
award.
think she just got inducted to she got inducted to some other Hall of Fame recently.
Hollywood, no, is it rock and roll?
I think it's rock and roll, and that's pretty
Yeah,
big too. That's like
yeah,
if you're an artist, she just got to she gonna get
yeah,
everything she deserves. That woman's she
yes,
actually been got that award from BET. Yeah, she been
yeah.
that yeah. But Taylor's funny getting spicy. Nah, it's just I was talking to her laughing, saying how dating or being in a relationship for so long and leaving it towards not later 20s but late enough is very interesting because I feel like me and Taylor when we were together we would see people like it looked like people were living their best life single because we didn't really pay attention because we were chilling. Now getting out of the relationship and being single, me going on Twitter and she's seeing it too. Everybody's complaining like the dating pool is so
I'm
trash.
like,
Like
I don't know what you talking about. I didn't think single people were living their best life, but I knew people were down bad.
Twitter,
Like I could
oh you
see
did?
social
Twitter
media.
was different.
What?
My
And
Twitter, they were talking that bad about it.
all of
Women will
social
forever because men
media
are
is
horrible.
literally just complaining about dating. All of social media
Back
for
then,
like, yes, what?
we followed two different timelines. The men was chilling.
Yeah,
Men are crying. No, no, men are crying on my timeline now. Before they was crying, they're
nah,
crying now. Women been crying. Women will come because men are just.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's bad because the men are crying now. They're joining with the
Oh
women.
lord.
Like that's what I'm saying. They're crying now. The men are tweeting this stuff like, "Why? What took me so long? Jesus is so bad." Like,
Because the girls were just getting tired of getting treated like dogs,
right,
so they
right,
started playing the game. Ow, ow,
right
ow.
now, right now. Now we the dogs getting dog walked. Yeah, it's craziness. No, it's craziness. But nothing spicy. I think it's funny. I think dating apps are hilarious. I think it's so funny that I'm thinking this to myself. I didn't really tell you how we're so disconnected, and I don't know where the disconnect became. Where like every guy, I would say guys, because women don't really. This is not in there a thing for them. Some women do it, but for a guy to not be afraid to talk to women and attract women when they see them, so that they had to create these apps because people cannot talk to people in person. Like it's so scary to confront somebody and say hi or how you're doing or whatever the case may be. Like being on
I
these apps,
don't
I think it's so funny.
know. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if that's like the chicken or the egg first because I don't. I feel like guys were more open, and now we have the internet, so it makes it like you have like it closed the internet kind of closed people indoors more because there was a time where we're like we
For
weren't on the
sure.
internet all the
Not even
time,
on the
we were
dating apps, like
outside,
just in
so
general.
it's
You're
like I
definitely
don't know how it was to be outside like
you're
as an
definitely correct.
adult because we were like
What was I gonna say?
younger, but I mean
Yeah,
outside
no,
without
I
the
just think
internet
that
because we've always had the
just to
internet, but
hear
yeah, I don't
stories
know.
from women when it comes to online dating, how men can be. I think it's very interesting because 9 times out of 10, you're not talking to women like that in person. So it's just funny to see how men really act behind a keyboard or behind their phone and how they like approach women and what they say or what they do. Because you're not going to act like that if you've seen her in Barnes and Nobles. Like, that's not how you're going to approach her and talk to her. So I think it's really funny. Um, and I guess, I don't know if it's showing men, I don't know if it's showing that's how men really are when you do online dating, how they talk to you or like whatever the case may be. But I think it's very funny. Um, yeah.
I just take
I don't know.
everyone as like a joke. I
How
don't
do you
take
feel about
any.
online dating? I know you. I know how you feel, but
I don't take anything serious.
I know how
Like
you feel. But tell them how you feel. I know how you feel.
I don't take anything serious. That's but I don't I'm not really responding to anyone online. So it's not like there's messages and I might like message back once or twice, but I'm not seriously having I just don't I don't this is why I don't like talk to people in general a lot is because I don't want to small talk. Like I don't want to sit here and try to have a conversation about nothing. Like I don't want to do that. So like it's just very hard for me. Like I would
Once
just
you talk
rather
about
be
the
silent than
yeah,
to sit here and like talk about shit that doesn't matter.
right,
Or just like it's
right.
not even that
I
doesn't
think
matter. It's just like everyone's asking you the same thing. It's just like over and over. How are you? What you doing? How are you? How are you? How are you? Like I'm trying to survive in capitalism. Like what do you want? Like what do you want? What do you want to
I
do? Like
think
what are you hitting
I
me up
think
for? Like
right.
what's good?
As a guy, I thought I'd be so excited to like go into the dating pool and like talk to all these women and yada yada. But I feel the same way how Taylor feels. That shit is exhausting. Like
Yeah.
how many hey how you doings and what you like is I'm gonna text somebody like Jesus Christ. Like I got time to keep
God.
asking like what you like musically. Like I'm only gonna talk to black women. I know y'all love R&B. I'm having the same conversation like multiple times and it does get annoying. Because on top of that, you dig yourself in yeah, never mind. Yeah. The dating pool is very um, interesting. I think it's cool that I think obviously we all can agree getting the likes and the love and the compliments is always a bonus, right? You always would love to know
I feel
that
like
you
that's the
are
only reason
attractive.
why women do it. Like that's the only reason why
That's
we're
why
on
we
here.
all do. We ain't gonna sit and cap.
We're just sitting here like, tell me I'm pretty. All right, thank you. Bye. Like
Right.
literally,
I'm I'm not doing
like my
that. But,
pictures. Like
right.
thanks.
No, I like to get to know people. I just think that like the conversation, like Taylor says, it just like people are interesting, but at the same time, it's just the continued conversation about the same thing. Like there's nothing exciting that's gonna pull from this conversation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Like I
I'm
would
like,
rather you ask me instead of how you doing, what you doing, blah 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 blah. Ask me what's my favorite movie, what's your favorite show, what are you watching right now, what album have you been listening? Like ask me something that can start a conversation. Like I don't have anything for how you doing. Like I don't know. I'm trying to survive. Like literally, that's it. Like I'm out here. I'm
that's the
here. I'm
thing,
in my
right?
skin. What do you want?
Right. I'm pretty good at the conversation, but then again, it's like, what's your like? I think another thing, I don't really dig into this too long because an episode can be too long. But like, please, y'all, when y'all dating out here, can y'all date with intention and purpose? And what I mean by that, no, 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 not like that. I see your face. Not like, oh, I'm dating because I want a woman or a wife or person, but like, know what
Yeah,
you
I'm
want.
like,
Be the
isn't
one
that
to
what you've
do.
been dealing with?
You were telling my
Sorry,
business.
sorry,
Hold on,
sorry.
bro. Jesus.
Sorry. Okay.
Anyway, right. She's right. She's right. But no, still, I mean, I'm not. My point
I
is,
get
in
what you mean,
general,
as in to know what you are looking for, what you want to
to know
do.
what you're looking for. If you
Yeah.
don't want something official, something casual, you want a hookup partner, like whatever it is, tell that person that. Be upfront. Like y'all just be have y'all be being behind the bush. You're not being realistic with the person. Playing around and wasting people's time. I feel like we're at that age now. You can either be really in the field trying to look for your person, or really playing around because you're young. You feel like you're in your prime and you're trying to be outside. But like again, do these things with intention and like make sense when you're doing these things. Because I'm tired of hearing this person across the country complain about how dumb y'all don't have conversations and y'all lie for no reason. And then I complain to her
Mm-mm.
about life, no, y'all lie for no reason. Like, man, y'all are ridiculous. The things I be hearing from her, or I'm not gonna put my other people, I'm not gonna say their names, but I tell Taylor about these people as well. Y'all
Mhm.
lie so bad. Like, yeah, y'all lie so bad. Y'all lie so bad. If she want to
Just
tell her business,
it just has to be a fun. It just has to be be fun to lie and just
yo, the
like
fun, and
see
then
what
on top of
happens.
that, right? But on top of that, I feel like as a person, even as a man, me lying to you like this, you can be gullible, eat it up, or know that I'm lying to you. If I'm a woman, you talk to me like this, now I just know you're a liar. You just like to lie because you're doing it just to be stupid. So now I can't really take you serious ever in the dating world ever because you're a liar. I know what you're about now, and you just wait. You're wasting time. Cool, I can go on some dates with you, mess around, blah blah blah. But I'm never going to take you serious. You're a liar. Like that's weird. And on my part, I don't know I'm talking about her because men be hilarious, but I've never, I guess me being the age that I am, I guess you could really look for obviously a wife now and date for that or a husband. But I didn't know how serious it was. Like how many people are like ready to like, I want a kid next year. Like, did you just say next year?
Bro, we have
Pause.
this conversation all the time. It's crazy. Go
We do. And
on.
I'm still getting I want a baby next year. I'm like, yo, wait, really? But I can't complain. You know why? Because a lot of women out here that I'm noticing are established, and they like, I'm ready. What else I need? And it's like,
Hmm.
well, pop, talk heavy. Then you ready? Talk heavy and do that. But then it's like, I can't even say like that's weird because me and Taylor moved from the state that we moved from, and everybody has a kid. Everybody has kids. Not married, but they already programmed themselves into adulthood and being
That was part of the
whatever.
reason I was like, I gotta get out of here. I'm not. I wanna be hot and single. I'm not trying to be dealing with baby daddies left and right. Like I'm trying to be out here, hot and single, having fun, young. Doing my thing.
I just think I say this all the time, and I know this is all the time. I just feel like people put dating on such a pedestal, and it's just so silly. Like, be young and have fun. You can date with intentions and want
Yes.
what you want, but don't be on here
I
like
just
y'all be
I
like
just
like
feel like I just feel like we don't know how long we live, and I just feel like we are so young. Like I feel like we are so young. Like I just don't understand the rush for all of that stuff. Like it's just so serious. And I don't know. I don't want all that responsibility. Like, I don't want to deal with all of that. Like, that's just too much. Like, the kids, the house, the husband, like, even
Don't get
just
me
a
wrong.
plan a wedding. It's just like, I can't imagine it. And to me, I'm literally, I feel like a teenager in my head. I'm just like, I like thinking of those things and being like, that could happen to me. And I'm like, no. Like, it's just like, literally, no. Like, I can't. It's crazy.
I get asked all the time about that, like wedding and kids, because I can have conversation, right? I'm very mature. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. These things are not gonna happen, right? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I like to talk, blah 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 blah, right? So you're gonna like me just as a person, not as like a husband or a boyfriend, just as a person, right? So that gives me more in this place. But when they ask the question about marriage and kids, I'm like, sure. When? No time soon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm a teenager like Taylor said, but like those responsibilities and those things, I know I'm not ready for. Like, how are y'all so ready? Like, I'm not there yet, and I don't
Yes.
see myself anytime soon. And on top of that, I really feel like if you establish yourself around the age of 26 and 27, shout out to you, and you got it. But a lot of people don't know what they want in life yet, are just figuring it out. And at this time, I feel like you need to be selfish with yourself. A lot of people that I feel like that are on these apps that are looking for love blindlessly don't know themselves and are blindlessly going on these apps and trying to find somebody, and that shit gonna go downhill. And I'm not. We ain't gonna work out if you don't know who you are. You gotta love yourself and figure out that
Because
shit
I
on
feel
its
like
own.
it's
And
also like different things. Because I feel like men are probably going on there for like a quick
we know what they're
sex,
gonna do
like a
for. We know
little
what they're doing.
for a
But
little
girls, hold on, time out,
joint.
time out, time out. Girls will let you know as soon as possible. Hey, hello, my name's Malik. She's like, yeah, I'm not here for a one night stand. Thank you. Okay, you want to talk? No,
And that's crazy
don't do
because
that.
that is crazy because a lot of women will be that upfront. Like we've always
No, they
been
are. No, they
telling.
are.
No,
They
and we have
are.
always been telling men, like, hey, be upfront. If you just want to do this, then say that. If you're trying to do more, then say that. And like,
And what did they do,
women
Taylor?
literally do that. Like,
Hold on. What did men do, still? What did men do
they
still?
lie.
Boom,
They
boom.
lie. They're just like, whatever you want, I want, and I'm gonna act like it until I get what I want, and then I'm out.
Look, and this, hold on, talking about Taylor. This is the thing, right? Boom. I'm putting my men on blast. I don't care. This is why men don't be having conversation. They just let women talk. Whatever you say, I like
Mm-hmm.
that too. What you like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you like? Oh, I like that too. Yeah, listen to that. Yeah, you want that too? I want that too. I want that too. And they think they're doing something. When women will rant and just talk to you. Sometimes they don't be about anything. They're just talking to you. Y'all think y'all really learning something. Sometimes no. Like women are smarter than us guys, and you might get your one or two that are gullible. They want the same thing you want. They just like he's dumb, he's tired, whatever. And sure we're gonna. But y'all blatantly like girls with Taylor every time. I ain't looking for no hookup. I ain't looking for no one night stand. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I'm like, do I look like I'm? Do I
Yeah.
look like I'm looking?
But then
Am I
it was
talking shit
also,
like I'm looking?
but you also had like, we could also just do that if that's what you want to do. Like, you have that as well. So I'm just saying,
Yo, you
women
stop.
are
I
so
do not have any.
honest.
I have not had none of these relations
I'm
conversation
sorry.
that
I'm
Taylor's
just
talking about.
saying,
Anyway,
you can be honest. People can be honest. Just be
yo, you're
real.
crazy,
I'm
yo. Who
joking.
told you this stuff? Who told you
I
this?
wasn't. I
This
was
goes
trying to say like you, but
hard.
not like you specifically. Like,
Mm,
a
guys,
general
yeah,
you.
she ain't talking about me. Nope, not me, not me. But
Talking about me. So anyway,
we can talk about you, but we're not gonna talk about you. We'll continue. We're not
yeah,
putting our business out on there. But nah, David intentions, y'all. Have fun, be young, attractive, black,
yeah,
and
yeah. Nothing. Go
what?
ahead. Nothing. Go ahead.
Nah, what you about to say? About to
I
say?
was saying like because we were in a relationship for a long time, but then I'm saying that other people just you should have be young and single for like as long as you can. Like,
Oh my god. Oh my
yeah.
god. You know what conversation I would have with people and they would call me try to get dating advice? I'm like, before I tell you my advice, ignore me and Taylor. Be single. Do not call my phone complaining or crying about nobody. Please be single, especially in your 20s. Please. Like, enjoy your youth. Enjoy how fine you are in your youth. Like you don't ever be in a position where you call and be like, man, I can't deal with this, man. I hate this right here. Man, I still gotta work on myself. I'm broke. Exactly. These things are happening because you're not focusing on you. You're too busy about worrying about being in a
Mhm.
relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? And again, don't get it wrong. Me and Taylor was together
I'm
for
like,
a very,
this
very long
worked
time. Okay.
because, yeah, but I'm also like, it worked because we're very genuine people who are like really just
Heavy.
wanting the best for each other. So it's not on
Pause.
no
Pause.
toxic like weird
Pause.
stuff.
Pause.
Hmm?
Those words. We are very genuine people that wanted the best for ourselves. So y'all can stop asking me why do I talk to this girl. This is exactly why. Exactly why. Me and Taylor can have a whole podcast for an hour talking about how we've been here for each other during the worst times. The
Yes,
worst
the
times.
worst times.
Worst
Like,
times. You
yeah,
don't. Hey,
I can.
you don't got to say nothing.
No, I'm
The
just saying,
worst time.
like, when
Like
you,
you mean you don't
yeah, when you lose a lot,
anything
you and the
anything.
people that are there for you, like, you're just like not gonna just let that
Right, and
go.
our families still keep in contact with each other. Like there's literally no reason other than somebody else being jealous about our relationship would be the reason why we would entertain even thinking about cutting ourselves off. So y'all say, why are y'all so close? We are each other's like best friend, like our backbone. Like we, again, y'all don't understand how long it's been, what we've been
Yeah.
through, the things that we've seen, endured. We're yeah, we're best friends. So please stop asking me that. What's the podcast about? Who is it with? Don't act. Just think logically when
Don't
I say
be
something next, because
mad.
the thing
Don't
y'all think
be
is like,
mad.
stop.
Because I'm always like, why they
Y'all
mad?
think like
Because I'm popping and you flopping. Ew. I'm sorry.
she really talks like that too, yo. I be having to stop her. I'm like, yo, what are you doing right now? She's like, man, they mad as hell. I'm like, yo, relax.
Because, like, what you all up in
It's
my
it's
business
it's
for?
hold on,
Like,
Taylor. It's hold on, Taylor. It's women too. Don't get it wrong. It's not just men. It's women too. I'm like, oh, you ask?
I
Will you talk to
mean,
her? I'd be like,
any new person
oh,
that comes
how
around,
much?
I just can't. I don't even like. I'm not in the dating world to like, be like lock down somebody or to marry someone. So I don't even like. I don't care about your ex. I don't care. Like I'm not trying to be. I don't care. Like I don't. That's none of my
And
business. Honestly,
in today's society, it's a red flag. But this is my thing. It shouldn't be a red flag to you because the red flags that you're ignoring right now are way worse than what you think my red flag with me talking to my exes. Y'all are dating some crazy men, habitual liars, etc. Don't worry about what's going on. I don't need to lie to you. I'm
yeah.
not talking to any women.
At
I'm
least
just
you're.
saying in general.
I'm like, at least you telling the truth. I'm not. It's not none of nobody's business.
Oh yeah, but nobody. That's the thing, Taylor. Nobody's asking you anything because you're not even responding to text or DMs or likes because they don't have nothing. They have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
You had your good and bad experiences dating so far. You feel me? Like it is what it is, yo. We're just saying if you're single, don't go searching for love. It'll find you in due time.
Yes,
If you
just
want to do the app,
enjoy.
sure. Please enjoy your youth, y'all. Build you up. So when you meet that person, they can be on the same level as you, and y'all can build a beautiful friendship slash relationship and go married off into the sunset. Cause that's what that's about. When I'm ready, I'm gonna be my best me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cool. Until then, I got shit going on for me. I need to take care of. Vice versa with Taylor. Taylor saying all these things, guys.
But the
But
thing,
I promise y'all. Go ahead.
uh,
No, hold on. I promise y'all. When Taylor finds a husband and does these things, and she's pregnant, the whole episodes are gonna be recording old
y'all
stuff.
should see.
I
Y'all,
know. That's gonna
I
be
hope you
millimeter
see
for
my face
millimeter.
because the craziness. Um, because
Taylor,
my
hold on. Taylor is still thinking of it as a teenager. Don't when she gets grown and she
no,
get her own
my
job.
whole thing is my default of life is not like I'm going to end up with kids and a husband.
Exactly,
Like that's
and that's
I
what.
don't understand.
Right.
Like that is like religious Christian. Like that's just that's an American. Like I don't understand
You
why we
gotta stop
all
asking.
grow up thinking like, oh, like obviously I'm gonna grow up and have kids. Like I just even in my own family, like I see married couples, but that's not majority of the people. So it's just like I don't
Literally, no,
understand.
literally. A
That's
lot of
why
my
I
family members are
really
not married. I think they're single. They're single. You
they
don't
might have
understand.
kids. Like they might have
They
kids.
have kids. They got
Yeah.
kids. They got kids.
But I'm
They're
just
single though.
like
They single.
not
They single.
everyone does that life. So it's just like that is not my default. That's not like I'm not sitting here waiting for like everyone's like, "Oh, I can't wait until like I'm not waiting."
Yo,
There's
time
no
out.
anything about that.
Time out. And that's the thing. We hold on. What we already know how we rocking. We finna take care of ourselves, and then when stuff happens, if you come correct and come in line, then yeah, then we gonna discuss that then and there. Then it will happen. But until then, this is all. This, at least for Taylor's
The
experiences,
only
y'all
like
niggas are jokes.
my thing is what I feel like
Uh,
I don't know if it's just like, losing people in your life, but it's just like the one thing I know I'm going to do is die. Other than that, I don't fucking know. I'm just living. Like, I'm literally just living. I'm trying to do stuff that I can hopefully, like, do things that make me happy and that I can,
That's
just
all it's
be on
about.
this
That's all it's about.
earth and not feel like I'm suffering in fucking capitalism. Like, that's it. Because,
That's the thing
sorry,
about.
sorry, but the whole kids thing is like, I don't like living in capitalism. I'm not gonna bring a kid here for them to work for the rest of their life. Like that, I'm sorry, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do that to someone. I wish they didn't do that to me. I wish I could have been aborted. So it's not sorry. It's just life, honestly. I don't want to live in capitalism. I don't want to live in this society where you have to afford to be able to live. I don't want to do that. And I wouldn't do that to a kid. I don't want to have to raise someone up for them to just have to work for the rest of their life. Don't want to do that. So this is not like I don't subscribe to all of these ideas. I don't. This isn't my dream. I'm just here until I'm not. Like that's it.
You are a lucky guy if Taylor Mean ass likes you. That is a Nikki bar that I told her the other day, and she
Listen,
laughed at me. But
it's
yeah,
not
y'all
mean.
be
I'm just
like,
like I'm just not happy with
Taylor
how
not mean.
this.
She's the realest on your team. Y'all asked how
Yeah.
I lasted 10 years. I don't know. I really don't have an answer for y'all, to be honest. Um, but anyway, yeah, nah. Taylor says it's gonna get spicy. Clearly, the pot is boiled over, hot, steaming. The place is on fire. Taylor just went in. But nah,
Just
guys, be
saying.
happy, be single, take your mental health
Do whatever
days,
makes you
devote
happy.
it to
You're not
yourself.
be if
Do
being
whatever makes
single
you
may not
happy.
make you happy. Do whatever makes you happy. We only got so much time on
Hey,
this
y'all need to.
earth.
Hey, y'all need to. That's the problem. Y'all need to make sure it make you happy because we don't have that much time,
Yeah.
and y'all gonna waste
Because
that time trying to
sometimes you're
find
in
somebody that is not
relationships
making you
that
happy.
don't make you happy. And that's
Thank
what's
you.
scary to
Boom,
me. Like I
boom,
would rather be
boom. Exactly.
alone forever than to be in something where I don't want to be. So,
Am not happy.
yeah.
Exactly. And then you ain't never gonna be happy with somebody if you're not happy with yourself. Let's talk about it. We're not gonna
Yeah.
talk about it because it's another 30 minutes. But that's when at any time you've been broken up with y'all and they hit you with the it's not you, it's me, they're not happy with themselves. You ain't doing nothing. It's them. You can't do anything about that. And stop blaming yourself. I can have a whole 3 episode week long podcast about relationships, but I'm not. I am a relationship guru. If y'all have my personal Instagram, you can DM me. I do consultations. I help Taylor all the time, no listeners.
Help them out.
So
Help
yeah,
them out.
I help them out, help her out. Don't listen to Taylor, she can help her out too. But she helped me out too. Don't get that wrong too. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for episode 6. We didn't think she
Ew,
rocking back and forth because she
ew.
pissed, she hot. We didn't think it was gonna be like this is why I hate niggas. But nah.
I hate
Episode
capitalism.
6, thank you. She hates that more. That's the thing she
Yes,
hates the most.
the
Forget
most.
everything else. So
Hmm.
when y'all talk to y'all better know about y'all shit. If not, she's burning y'all. I'm just kidding. But anyway, episode 6. Thank y'all for joining. It is Leak, Miss Tay slash DJ
Ew,
Fries.
ew,
Love
ew.
y'all. See y'all next week and subscribe. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
We'll talk to y'all. Peace.
This is